Semi-final number 1. 3 of them, first 2 in each, and 2 more on times will progress to tomorrow's final. That wonderful world record set by Usain Bolt in the World Championships back in 2009, 19.19. This race, there'll be his training partner and an up-and-coming talent that may well be the favourite there, going in lane 7, Zarnell Hughes, the Anguillan, who's opted to compete for Britain because, of course, his native island doesn't have its own National Olympic Committee. From the outside, then, we have Christophe Lemaitre of France, not quite in his best form. He went out in the semi-finals of the 100 metres. From a world junior champion, European champion. And the 200 metres probably his best event. He has a personal best of 1980, 4 years ago. Then Brendan Rodney of Canada, who ran 20.18, a personal best in his heat. And the man who was at Long Island University in Brooklyn, New York. Then Zarnell Hughes, now representing Great Britain, UK champion this year, and also the winner in the London Diamond League meeting, and he's got a best of 20.05, and he ran pretty close to Usain Bolt in the New York meeting. Then we have talented Greek athlete Yurgos Stefanos Tsakonas, who's run 20.09 this season, and again a Diamond League winner. He ran in one in Rome. Jeremy Martina, the Netherlands athlete who was a finalist 2 years ago in 2013. Qualified in the Olympics, people may remember, for running out of his lane. Otherwise, he'd won a silver behind Bolt. Now we have Warren Weir, the Olympic bronze medalist, world silver medalist, Commonwealth Games silver medalist, and second in the Jamaican Championships this year. The Jamaican number 2 to the great man. Akani Simbine of South Africa, a new talent who won the World Student Games 100 metres this year and was indeed a semi-finalist. He ran 10.02 here, so he's in good form. And Nicol Ashmead of Jamaica, not quite in his top form this year. Former World Junior silver medalist behind Lemaitre on that occasion, but he is the Jamaican champion this season. And he's got a personal best of 19.85. One of 4 men in this field who have broken 20 seconds at some stage in their career. First of 3 semi-finals with 2 sure to go through to the final. Ashmead, Simbine, Weir, Martina, Tsakonas, Hughes, Rodney and Lemaitre. Seen some good times in the women's 200 metres. This gets serious though with the semi-finals. Well, away they go, no problem at all, and pretty level, but a good start by Hughes. He may have a shade ahead of Rodney outside him. Just inside Hughes is Tsakonas, the Greek, and they're pretty level coming down this home straight, and they're very level. But it is Hughes who's going to take it, no, possibly just on the inside, Ashmead and Hughes, but that was a race in which they really were very level indeed.
I think Hughes got that, and Ashmead just a shade behind on the inside there. But what a run from this young Briton, coming into sort of form that maybe taking him into a medal chance in the final.
One thing I've just noticed, I'm sure they do have the clock, but it didn't stop when the athletes crossed the line. No. There it comes, 20.14, and Ashmead in second. Martina will have to wait and see, but that was impressive from Zarnell Hughes. Remember, he's done 20.05 already this season into a minus 1.4 headwind, and he has assured everyone he's a big talker. He reckons he'll definitely go under 20 seconds at this World Championship, and he'll now have his opportunity to do that in the final.
Well, for big talker, read confident young man, I suppose. But yes, 21.4 to 2019. Martina very close up, and Sakonas, and then a little gap to Lemaitre, Simbine. We're a disappointment, really. Only 7th for the Jamaican.
Yeah, that was a disappointment from him. But I'm pretty impressed by Hughes. He may be a big talker, but he's in the final. That's all you can expect from a young man, really. Ashmead just, what is it? Literally 400th of a second just behind him.
Well, let's take a look again. Now, Hughes was 3rd from the outside. It's just about line abreast as they come down the straight. But Hughes, who'd got off well, just holding on here now. Ashmead finishing fast on the other side, but Hughes held on okay. And Martina in the centre, just edging ahead there, as you can see, of the Greek Sakonas. Not much to choose between them.
Tough qualifying, though. First 2 through to the final. That's cutthroat stuff. And Hughes did well. Under pressure, produced a good... And that's all that counts, really.
Zarnell Hughes winning in 20.14. He'll be going into the final together with Nicol Ashmead, 21.9. And Martina and Sakonas will have to wait to see what the times are like in the next 2 semi-finals.
Here are the athletes coming out for the second of the semis. Alonso Edward should feature. Ogunode was unlucky not to make the final of the 100. And there's the big man, Justin Gatlin, the fastest athlete in the world this year, 19.57. There is Justin Gatlin, tied up in the closing stages of the 100 metres, beaten by Bolt by 100th of a second. Is this an opportunity to gain some revenge? Femi Ogunode, 9.99 in the heats, 10 flat in the 100, and still not good enough to make the final. Julian Ford has gone 20.04 this season, the Jamaican. And Alonso Edward, who starts in 4 for Panama, in really, really good form once again.
Important, these semi-finals, to get a good performance and obviously a win for the lane draw. That could be very, very significant in the final when you come up against someone like Usain Bolt.
Anxious moments for the athletes. They've been out there quite a while. This then is the lineup for the second of the semi-finals. Justin Gatlin, the fastest man in the world this year, the silver medalist in the 100, starts in 7. The music pumps, the atmosphere builds. Abdul Hakim Sani Brown, brilliant to get through to the semi-finals. He's only 16 years of age. World Youth Gold this year at 1 and 200 metres. What a talent for the future. Massive roar in relation to the pole vault. We'll bring you that as soon as we possibly can. It's turning into a brilliant climax to that competition. Giancarlos Martinez, 7th in the Pan American final from the Dominican Republic. Bouncing around, 20.22 already this season. And then the standout performer as far as this semi-final is concerned. Silver in the 100 metres. Can he go better? Well, first, he's got to make the final. Inside Gatlin in 6. Femi Ogunode, Asian record holder this season over the 100 metres. But despite running 9.99, not good enough to make the final. Can he go one better here? Over double the distance. Ogunode introduced to the crowd. Still so many people packed into the Bird's Nest Stadium. Julian Ford, 3rd in the Jamaican Championships. He's gone 20.04 this season. He could be a big feature in this semi-final. Remember, only 2 to go through. Alonso Edward, fantastic to see the Panamanian coming back to something like his best form. Silver behind Bolt's world record run in Berlin. 19.9 this season. The Panamanian is coming right back to top form at just the right time. Jeremy Dodson, the American whose mum is Samoan, NCAA champion a few years ago. He's in 3. And then on the inside, youngster representing Cuba, Pan American Junior gold medalist this year, Rainier Mena. So Sani Brown of Japan in 9, Martinez, Dominican Republic 8, Justin Gatlin, fastest man in the world this year, United States in 7, Ogunode Kata 6, 4, Jamaica 5, there is Gatlin, Edward Panama, sub 20 seconds this season, he's in 4, Dodson Samoa 3, Mena Cuba in 2. The second semi-final of the men's 200 metres, Gatlin in 7, Edward in 4, the 2 quickest men in the field so far this season. What marker can Gatlin lay down after finishing second behind Bolt in the 100 metres? Well, Gatlin is renowned for his quick starts, and he's absolutely flying out of the blocks there. Alonso Edward trying to come up on the inside, but a good run from Femi Ogunode at the moment. Now Alonso Edward coming. Ogunode desperately trying to outdo the Panamanian. Gatlin takes it, 19.87. Alonso Edward came through for second, but he had to outdip Ogunode of Kata on the line. And Ogunode may have a chance to go through as the fastest loser because that was very, very quick. 19.87 confirmed for Gatlin, 20.02 for Alonso Edward, the Panamanian, in second. Well, what did you make of that, Steve Ovett? Gatlin comfortably under 20 seconds.
Well, he ran a great bend, didn't he? He really did pile it on. You can see the rest of them in shock as they come off that bend, digging deep. And from about 50 metres out, he started to ease. He didn't ease completely. He started to ease. Edward came through on the inside lanes there, and Ogunode also going well. But that performance, I think, from Gatlin is going to send shockwaves through the rest of the other athletes. That's a good run.
Well, he's en route to bouncing back from his inevitable disappointment after the 100 metres. Ogunode, incidentally, a national record in third, 20.05. He's by some margin the quickest of the fastest losers so far.
Well, Usain Bolt walking out after that, saw the scoreboard. He's looking up now, seeing the time. He knows what he's got to do. He knows, I think, that Gatlin's a better 200-metre runner this season than he is at 100. And I think Usain knows, too, that he hasn't run that many. So, what can the big man do? Slightly nervous, I think, this time round. Talbot there, Great Britain, just coming through the picture. Well, this is going to be a fascinating race to see how Usain posts his intentions for that final. There's the lineup. Bolt going in 7. Just on his inside. Jabawana, obviously one to watch. Fujimitsu also there. And what I think that perhaps could give a bit of a challenge is Guliev of Turkey, who looks so good in qualifying in his heat for this semi-final. But will anybody trouble the big man if he decides to run hard? Let's wait and see. On the outside there is Roberto Scaillas of Cuba. He broke the Cuban record, which has stood for 37 years, to Silvio Leonard, with that time of 20.06. On the inside there, Danny Talbot of Great Britain, second in the UK Championships, bronze medalist at the 200 metres in the European Championships in 2012. And then the big man himself, the defending IWF champion, now 9 World Championships and 6 Olympic golds. And the crowd love it, they really do. He is a showman, and that's what our sport needs, really. The great Usain Bolt. On his inside from South Africa. And also Jabawana, Olympic finalist and world finalist at the 200 metres. Just 23 years of age, looking very serious and nervous indeed. Well, he's got the big man just outside him. It's not surprising, really, is it? And then this very good Japanese athlete, Kenji Fujimitsu, the Asian record holder for 300 metres, so he's got the strength. He just needs a bit of speed over this too. And I think perhaps one of the others that may go through, there's only 2 to qualify, don't forget. Ramil Guliev of Turkey. He looked incredibly good when he qualified, this man, for this, when he won his heat in 20.01. National record there for him. And the inside from Antigua and Barbuda, Miguel Francis. Third in his heat with a time of 20.38. And making up this semi-final, the other Japanese, Kai Kakashi, Asian Games bronze medalist at the 100 metres. Fourth in his heat, 20.33. You get the feeling that the wind is taken out of most of the athletes' sails when they see this man lining up against them, but it is going to be tough. Just 2 to qualify. You've got to say that he's going to take one. Who's going to take the other place? So as they go down to the blocks, Takasi of Japan, Francis, Antigua, Guliev, Turkey, Fujisumu, Japan, Botswana, South Africa, Bolt, Jamaica, Talbot, Great Britain, and Skyers of Cuba. Gone off well, not much to choose at the moment. Bolt's got a reasonable start, starting to pull his way back on Talbot on the outside. Bolt's going to come ahead as they come into the straight. Talbot's there, the Brit on the outside of it, but it's going to be Bolt now on the inside. Jobawana coming through. Bolt easing down. Jobawana easing down. And on the inside there, Guliev just getting the third place, but it's only 2 to qualify. The time, 19.96. Well, was that better than the previous heat? I think it's just as impressive, to be honest. He looks so comfortable, easing down again. That's his fastest time of the year so far. He's coming into form right at the right time.
That was really, really impressive from Usain Bolt. He hasn't done too many 200 metres so far this year. His best, 20.13 back in May. Now watch his body language here. Danny Talbot got a good start. Bolt's start was okay. He's already easing down here. I agree with you, Steve. This was as impressive as Gatlin's 19.87. And he needed to lay down a little marker here because he has had a very average season over 200 metres by his own high standards. Nice work from Jobawana to make sure of qualification with a lifetime best, 20.01.
Yeah.
That was good from Bolt. What a final this is going to be.
Yeah. Jobawana looked very good there, I thought, Peter.
I thought he had more to come as well, I think, as well as Bolt. He was looking across at Bolt towards the end. Very good times for Guliev, and the 20-year-old Francis running 20.14 was also impressive.
Well, the big man looking so relaxed, so good. Jobawana there, I think, couldn't believe the fact that he was that close to Usain coming into the final tape. Looking across and smiling and laughing at each other there. That's good. Both very, very relaxed.
Well, it sets it up very nicely for the final, isn't it? I mean, there's more to come, obviously. So I don't think we've learned too much from the semis. We've had confirmation that Bolt's in great shape.
Well, I guess the question now is two things. Can Gatlin reproduce a 19.57 under the pressure and in the context of a major final with Bolt alongside him? And can Usain Bolt find another 0.3 of a second if required? It's going to be absolutely absorbing.
Well, I think there was 0.2 of a second there, but so too was Gatlin, really. So there's the result, that wonderful time, 19.95. Season's best for Usain, great. He's getting under the 22nd shape. Jobawana, another great performance from the South African there, 20.01. And Guliev of Turkey, well, that might get him through to the final. We'll have to wait and see, and it does. Well, that's good for him. That was a great run again.
Yes, Ogonogi and Guliev are the two who go through on times to accompany the first two in each of the races. The big men at the top of the heap.